Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to start off this video with taking an allergy pill, and I'll tell you why. So the past 2 weeks I've been getting this strange rash on my face. It's like not breakouts because they've been itching and not hurting, and there's like no infection or anything. It's just like red bumps, and they're going down now, but I think it's from stress. I'm calling it a stress rash because I started at a new office and I guess I just haven't been handling that change well, at least in my body. And I also think it might be my sunscreen. I've been using this sunscreen that is about to expire for like the past couple months. Maybe it just expired before it was supposed to. So I'm switching back to my OG Biore. This is always treating me. Oh my god, it just went on my freaking pants. Oh damn. But this has always been good for my skin and like never broken me out and never failed me. Oh god. Yeah, so I'm gonna apply that. So today's topic is, why do you like dating toxic men? And I guess everybody, me included. Why? So last week I brought up to my therapist about why I think I shouldn't be dating. And I was hoping that she would say, or like correct me and be like, no, you're just overthinking it. You'll be fine. You need a date, because I've been doing this thing called exposure therapy. So I've been exposing myself to like not situations, but like activities and things that typically I have irrational fears about, and things that I'm scared to do because of whatever anxiety I have in my head over it. So I was talking about dating, like I'm just afraid that any man will hurt me. I'm afraid that if I let somebody into my life, they're just gonna take advantage of me and hurt me, right? And she was like, well, why do you think you attract toxic people, or why do you believe that that's the case? And I was saying, well, I've been reflecting on my type in the past, and the trend is that I just don't like people that like me and make it obvious that they like me, because I feel like I usually get kind of turned off immediately when somebody's sure about me, and they're like very sure about me and they really like me and try really hard to, I don't know, win my affection. Because I realize that I find that way too predictable. So I find that like kind of boring. And she's like, why would that be boring, to know that somebody likes you and it's like stable and reliable? And I was like, why is that boring? And then I was thinking about it, and I ended up telling her how I really felt, which was that let me think about this. So I was telling her that I actually like this thrill of like, or I'm attracted to the thrill of not knowing if that person likes me or not. Like maybe like figuring out a formula in which I can act, ways I can act that make them like me. So like they don't like me for who I am, right? But I like to, I don't know, fight for somebody to like me, like prove that I'm worth liking. And I'm only able to do that if the person is wishy-washy with me, right? Like some days they'll treat me well, some days they won't. And I have to find out by, I don't know, like figuring it out, like seeing if I can make them like me, basically. Okay, I'm going back to this concealer, guys, because I think maybe the other one is also causing me to react. And I'm using my fingers because I found that it looks nicer when I do that. And maybe that my brushes are also making me react because I'm too lazy to wash them. So, using my fingies. So what I realized when I was looking into my past trends of like who I'm attracted to, it's always been people that make me feel like I'm not good enough. Like I have to fight to prove that I'm worth loving. and like I'll give them everything because I want them to love me. And my therapist was like, what the hell? Well, not what the hell. She's like, that's not good, that's concerning. And I was like, yeah, well, obviously this is why I've been stopping myself from dating, because I'm attracted to that type of person, and that person is attracted to me, because people that want to use me are very attracted to someone that's very obviously willing to give them anything. So basically, I was in this pattern of attracting really narcissistic people. Maybe they're not narcissists per se, but they had very narcissistic traits in that they were like, you know, see that I was willing to do anything for them, and then they would use that against me and see how far they could push it. They would just keep pushing my boundaries because I didn't have any. So that was like perfect for them, you know. Finally, somebody who will listen to everything I say and give me anything I want and work towards my future goals and put me in the center of their universe. And I did that, and that was my own fault. And even if they weren't narcissistic per se, I enabled narcissistic traits and even brought that out of people. Anyways, the point isn't that I attract these men. The point is, why is the reason why I'm attracted to these men? Like, yeah, I can attract these men, but it doesn't mean I have to entertain them, right? So what's the reason why I am attracted to those people? And it's pretty similar of a reason for most people. Obviously, the answer to every question in therapy is your childhood and your life experiences. So for me, my life experiences in childhood was just inconsistent love, conditional love, basically. Like, how much can you do for me is how much I will love you. And that's like the kind of way I went into the dating world with, like, that perspective of the person, I'm only worthy of love if I do these things. The more I can do for you, the more you will love me, and the more I'm worthy of your love. And so obviously I had to go out and search for people that I could give love to, somebody that needed me, somebody that makes me feel like I'm needed, and somebody that makes me feel like if I do these things for them, they will love me and they will never leave me. And that is stupid, because, okay, although this is how I feel, I would still do that for someone I love. I would give them everything. I would be willing to do anything for them, but I think it should be two ways. Obviously, it should be two ways. And that's true love, I think. Being in a relationship where it's all reciprocal, mutual respect, they're willing to help you, you're willing to help them. It should never be one way. But for me, it was always one way, and I thought, why? And I looked into my family and I was like, well, that's my parents. Everything is one way. You know, one person gives their whole life, dedicates their whole life to the other, and the other just receives. And they get the fruits of the other person's labor. That's my parents' relationship dynamic. And they're still together. And although in my brain and my, like, the frontal part of my brain, if that's the part that holds your conscious brain, when I look at them, I know that's not what I want. That's never what I want. But in the subconscious part of my brain, I think I'm unconsciously seeing that relationship, the only one I've seen growing up, and that one is, they're still together, and they're still working they're together, and it's a working relationship, and that's like the only model I have in my life, really, like a close look. And that's all I know, is if you give your everything to someone, they'll be with you forever and they'll love you. So the fact that I saw this unhealthy relationship my whole life growing up, and knowing that that's not what I wanted, oh my god, see, stress rash, it's gone here too, it's itchy. Okay, point is, even though I knew this is not what I wanted, I subconsciously craved that because of the familiarity of that dynamic. Because although it's chaotic and makes me feel all fucked up inside and like anxious all the time, that is so familiar, not comfortable, I wouldn't say. I guess I would say routine and familiar to me. So that's something that I just feel naturally attracted towards, gravitate towards, because I know how to handle that. I know how to act in those situations, and I know the behaviors and patterns that I've seen. It's comfortable in that way because it's easy. I know how to react, and I know I've seen it play by play. And although I hate it, and I know I hate it, I subconsciously am attracted and gravitate towards it. So I told, yeah, my therapist knows this, and I can't seem to figure out how to stop that. And that's why I'm stopping dating. I'm just cutting myself off. And she's like, yes, I agree. And another very interesting topic of conversation is that the way you learn to love from your parents and those dynamics that you see at home, that is also how you internalize and treat yourself. Those dynamics that you see play out between those two parent figures and between their behaviors towards you is how you end up treating yourself. So for me, that meant very inconsistent self-love. I would hate myself sometimes and then feel so on top of the world, love myself, be obsessed with everything and proud of myself for everything I've accomplished one day, and then hate myself the next day. And that was a pattern that I learned also from my parents. So what this next step is to learn self-love and learn how to love myself consistently first and feel that. And guys, I don't want to jinx it, but the self-love piece is coming. Like, it's there and it's growing. And I don't know, maybe you guys can tell from my channel's theme, which is like healing and growing and self-love and compassion, but I can really feel a change in my life coming, in that I love myself a lot more and I respect myself so much more that I don't feel the need for others' validation. And like, I'm starting to almost love myself very consistently. I'm a lot more consistent than before. And that's because I pushed myself out of my comfort zone based on my last video, if you guys watched it. But pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, short-term discomfort, long-term success. The more I challenge myself, the more I make myself uncomfortable and do things that I never would do, and learn that I am capable of doing those things that I never thought I could do. It is the best decision I've ever done and made. I've been doing it consistently for 3 months now. 2 months. It's been 2.5 months. And I can just say that I am thriving. I'm going. I love myself a lot more now, to the point where even when I don't want to do things and I'm talking negative to myself, I'm able to push myself through that. And I'm able to support myself through those lows. And once I come out the other side of that low, I look back and say, I love myself. I'm so proud of myself for doing that. And I can do anything. I'm capable of anything. I can get through anything. All I need is myself. And I don't need to rely on anyone. I will accept help from others, but I do not need to rely on them. I can totally and wholeheartedly support myself and be happy. Although I'm on a dating ban, I'm not banning myself from meeting people and new opportunities, you know. I don't see people now as a person that might be my future partner. I just look at them as people and get to know them. And just that way I can grow my network and connections and just friends, make friends, you know, good friends. And when you think about, go into things with people thinking like, this person might be my future partner, you will set yourself up for disappointment and failure. And anyways, I'm not in the headspace to date. So like, just being open, vulnerable to meeting people, being myself, my authentic self, not being worried if they like me or not. I'm actually meeting people that do like me for who I am, naturally, in real life. And I don't need to fake like this identity and try so hard to win someone over, because I'm just winning people over by being myself. Which of course everyone can. Everyone has their own positive traits and their own magnetic abilities, you know, like good people will be attracted to you when you put out good vibes. And that's what's been happening for me. Just good vibes overall. Like I'm setting it up for myself because I'm not you know, pushing or forcing anything. And another thing I wanted to talk about is feminine energy. In my job and in my career and just being who I am, which is, or being who I want to be, which is confident, assertive, independent, and just like have really strong boundaries. Sometimes I feel like I'm really in my masculine energy, which is I have to be, you know, for my work and for most of like standing up for myself, that type of stuff. Fighting for boundaries, always speaking my mind. Like, while that is great and all, when it comes to dating, friendships, whatever, I guess I wouldn't say dating, but like potential future partners / friends even, I think you need to practice accepting help as well. It's like a feminine trait that is also something that just makes your life better overall. Instead of always being the giver, which I usually am, I'm always the giver. I'm always the considerate one, empathetic one, considering if this is convenient for the other person. Yeah, as a woman, and if you're attracted to masculine men and you always wonder why you're not getting those types of masculine men that are willing to do things for you, you might need to look at your own energy and like what you're putting out there. Because I used to I never asked for help because I would assume that I could do it myself first of all, but I'd assume that no, like I don't need a man, right? I can do it myself. But over time, that will get you in a relationship with someone who doesn't want to do anything for you and is not willing to do anything for you. And that's because you need to be in your feminine energy sometimes. So if, say I have a car and a guy asks me, do you need a ride for this date? I want to take you this place. Yes, take the ride. Take the ride, you know? They offer to pay, let them pay. Don't be such a masculine person all the time. Don't be like, I can do it myself. I can do everything myself. I don't need anybody, because in the end, people stop asking you if you need help. And you might not be able to ask for help anymore at that point. Just accept the help sometimes. And that will put you in your feminine energy and attract the right type of guy. The type of guy that's like willing to do things for you and willing to give. And that's my thing. Like, I'm a huge acts of service type of person, but I never would like accept help, you know? And that was like, although they should have kept offering and like still doing things without me asking, it's like you can't just keep rejecting people and expect that, you know, they'll keep coming. So yeah, lesson is, if you're trying to attract a certain type of, you know, like provider, man, whatever, someone who's kind, generous, willing to do things for you, not just like all talk, you need to accept the help even if you don't need it. Because first of all, men like to feel needed. Well, the men that you want like to feel needed and want to feel needed and need. Oh no, look at my eyeshadow, it's all crumbled. But the type of man I want is somebody that wants to help me without me even having to ask. And you know, like, if they ask me, I will accept the help. I learned from my parents' marriage that if you never take help, that's what the person's gonna end up expecting, and that's what you're gonna get for the rest of your marriage. And that happened to me in my last relationship. I would never ask. I would accept the help, but it came very rarely because I would never ask. So he never thought that was an expectation. I became the low maintenance girlfriend, which I used to think was awesome. Like, I'm chill, I'm cool, the cool girlfriend that never needs anything because she's hyper independent and she got everything under her own control. But yeah, screw that shit. That's just gonna get guys who are dusty, broke, and want to use you. I'm like not for that anymore. I used to love that type of guy that needed me and he wanted me to save them and stuff like that, but it just honestly deteriorated my quality of life and my very much limited the potential of my future. You know, it was holding me back. Like, I could only have so much in my future because this person limited me so much in so many ways, financially, physically, maybe not physically, financially, you know. No one can limit me physically. I control my own beauty. But like financially, career-wise, where I would live, who I'd be able to talk to, so like everything else in life. And it was just a scary, scary thought, isn't it? that a man could ruin and take down your entire life, take away all the potential of your life, and just make it shit. Guys, I gotta show you this new lip thing I got yesterday. I need to do it in that meme format where they go like, when a girl uses lip gloss as currency and then she like smashes it down on the table, she's like So first of all, yesterday I got this Laneige glowy lip balm in grapefruit flavor because my friend has one, and every time I'm with her I end up buying lip balms or lip glosses, which is quite a coincidence. But now I can finally do this meme. Okay, I also realized I did not even try on this new lip gloss that I wanted to show you guys. It looked amazing on my friend. Her name is Sandy. She has her own YouTube channel. Check it out if you're interested in podcast drives. I love podcast drive type vlogs. My favorite. Anyways, Laneige grapefruit smells so good and it's so pretty. Okay. Oh my god, guys, the smell. I could eat this when no one's looking. Oh yeah, I think it was worth it. $25 right here. I didn't realize how important it was for something to smell good until I bought this Sephora lip balm, which does not smell good at all. It smells like medicine. And I was like, ooh, brother, pass. But I'm still gonna use it. No waste. Anyways, that's the thing, and thanks. Pretty. It's such an even and like consistent, not sticky formula too. It smells good. I gotta do that again. That was nice. Okay, fresh. Oh my god, guys, I just did the perfect shot and I didn't even press record. That broke my heart, but I'm gonna do it again. When he asks what you bring to the table. This is what I bring to the table. And this beautiful face. Oh my god, I gotta reorder these. This is what I bring to the table. This beauty and these expensive lip glosses, which probably total to about, I don't know, $100 on this table right here. Very good way to spend your money. How much do I owe you? I can only pay in lip gloss. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I actually have to leave very soon, so I gotta get going and pack my things. Thanks for watching this video, and please tune in to my next makeup and chats, which will probably be coming next week. If not, that probably just means I'm taking a break. Thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you want to see more.